This is Cronkite News.
Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Quintin Walker. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we take a look at our top sustainability stories. Plus, take a look at your weather map here. Don't be afraid that red is not hot lava. That's a different map, but we do have some rain here in Arizona. I'll show you exactly where in just a minute. The amount of million-dollar companies in Phoenix is growing, according to a report from Lending Tree. From 2014 to 2016, the percentage of Phoenix companies making at least $1 million increased 6.2%. That percentage represents 1,211 businesses making seven figures. Austin took the top spot on the list, followed by Jacksonville, Florida, and Riverside, California. Think about having a couple cups of hot chocolate ready for those kids when they come in tomorrow. And look at how cute this pumpkin is. Up top, girl. I'm just kidding. Pumpkins don't have arms. Taking a look at your weekend forecast here.
Lights, music, and ice currently decorate Cityscape as Phoenix locals enjoy the 10th annual Cityscape event.
Growing up as kids, we're told never to play near an open flame. But David Glover didn't listen. Halloween can be a perfect opportunity to give someone a good scare. But for some kids, a spook like this can be overstimulating.
Good job, Nora.
Sometimes it's tough being a dog.
Oh, she wants belly rubs. Hi, Nora.
And nobody understands quite like Lost Our Home Pet Rescue in Tempe, Arizona. The shelter does something very few do, tackling a problem even the biggest dogs don't want to face.
It's okay, baby. Our primary mission is to help people going through crisis by helping them take care of their pets. We offer temporary care for people going through domestic violence abuse. People often won't leave a bad situation because they're afraid of what will happen to their pet. So we allow them to get the help they need by taking care of their pets.
According to the National Humane Society, 71% of domestic violence victims reported that their abuser also targeted pets. Meanwhile, 88% of child abuse cases involved pet abuse as well. Communications manager Bethany Holtz explains how these domesticated friends can easily become victims of domestic abuse.
Really, it's a safety issue for these animals because when they're going through a domestic violence dispute, that abuser will do anything to either keep that person with them or be, vengeful or anything else.
Even if you have to temporarily surrender your animal, the shelter actually encourages you to come in and play with your pet anytime you like, and they even have these little neighborhoods set up just for you and your pet.
Our biggest mission is to keep families together. So we don't want it to have to come to the point that you have to surrender your animal or, get rid of them for any reason.
Victims of domestic violence can bring in their animals to be fostered for up to 90 days, or until they're ready to come back to a safe home.
He's a real sweetheart. Yes, you are.
In Phoenix, Quintin Walker, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News reporter Quintin Walker gives us a little perspective on what it's like to handle these hardships and come out triumphant.
Autism spectrum disorder is a developmental disability that can affect how someone communicates and interacts with their surroundings. According to the Autism Society, sensory sensitivities are one of the hallmarks of the disorder. That means holiday activities and even decorations like Christmas lights and music can be overwhelming. I sat down with one Valley mother and her son to see how they prepare for the holiday season.
Meet Connor. This unique 9.5-year-old likes cars, baseball, and Mickey Mouse.
You're gonna cheat? Yes.
What also makes Connor unique is that he is nonverbal and has been diagnosed with autism.
He tries to express his feelings and his wants and his needs, and if we can't understand him, he gets very frustrated.
Because of his autism, holidays like Halloween and even Christmas can be difficult. Medical director of the Center for Autism Research and Education, Sydney Schneider, explains every case is different.
The thing about autism is sometimes they're hypersensitive and sometimes they're hyposensitive to any given sensory input. So, for example, some children just crave light and others are just overwhelmed and find bright lights painful.
For Connor, sudden sights and sounds quickly become frightening, but with a little bit of persistence, even trick-or-treating is becoming more of a treat.
This year he kept wanting to go. He kept wanting to do more. He would point to the next house and he would point down the street and he'd point to the other side and want to cross over from one side of the house to the other.
His mother, Carrie, hopes other families will continue to have patience with her son and keep an open mind.
Relax. You're okay.
After all,
One more.
No two children are the same.
Nice job.
There's a saying in the community that if you've met one child with autism, you've met one child with autism, because they're all different.
Common triggers include grocery store bell ringers, loud music, and bright lights. Carrie and Connor have a routine of preparing ahead of any big holiday, doing a run-through of the day together. Live in the broadcast center, Quintin Walker, Cronkite News.